Welcome to the Eye on Annapolis Local Business Spotlight. There are thousands of locally owned businesses in the area, some small and some large. Some you may know and others you don't. But one thing they all have in common is a great story, and we want to share it with you. Join us every Saturday as we talk to the founders, the owners, and the managers of local businesses you have come to know and love, and those you will come to know and love. Now here's your host, John Frenay, with this week's Local Business Spotlight.
You know, I'm up here in Linthicum in one of this cool little coffee shop called PJ's Coffee Shop. So if you hear any background noises, that's what that may be. But they claim they've got New Orleans beignets, and I'm very intrigued. So I'm going to check that out as soon as we're done talking with Jenn Moselyn, who is the owner of Designs by Jenn. For those that are listening going, oh, a graphic design company, you couldn't be any more wrong.
Yeah.
You are not a graphic design company, and I've got to say that you're probably one of the, maybe I'll project on this, but you've got to be one of the happiest businesses that I've ever talked to.
Yeah.
You, at the most basic sense, are a face painter. And it goes beyond there.
It does go beyond that. I'm an artist in general, because I do the Designs by Jenn business, have a second business, Maryland Craft Parties. And then I'm also in a band, so everywhere that I go is a party, essentially.
So you're tied into the art scene.
Yeah.
One way or another,
Yes.
performing visual. And
Yeah.
we are talking about Designs by Jenn, and the website is designsbyjennfacepainting.com.
Yes.
And Jenn in there has two N's.
It does. I say that a lot.
Tell me about this. I mean, I've looked on your website, and yes, it has face painting. And when I think face painting, I think of when my kids were younger, at the birthday parties or at the festivals and stuff like that. You've got the woman or the man with the most patience of anything I've ever imagined, painting stuff on kids' faces and arms and their bodies. Hopefully getting it right, because, you know, a kid will tell you if you got it wrong.
Oh, yeah. I stopped using actual photos. And we just use either a word board or a design, because the kids will be like, that tiger has 7 stripes and I only have 6 stripes.
Oh, no.
They know that. Yeah, because they've been waiting. You know, they've been very excited.
Oh, that's it. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, so what all do you do? I mean, you got face painting.
Face painting, balloon twisting, temporary tattoos. We do airbrush parties, still walkers, clowns, music, DJs. Just about anything you can imagine. Craft parties.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're, you know, I'll say face painting, you know, Designs by Jenn face painting is sort of a misnomer, because, I mean, you
Yeah.
are an event planner for...
Yeah. Well, I'm coming up on 20 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so it's actually in just a few weeks. When I started, that's all that I did. So that's all that I knew was face painting. You know, as you grow and evolve, people already knew that. They already had that website. They already had the phone numbers. They already had all the stuff. So I just kind of kept it as is. The business has just grown over that time. And I do many of those services.
You know, I was looking, and you've got like crazy hair, which I don't know.
Crazy hair,
What is
yeah.
that? Is that do you just like come loaded up with like bottles of mousse and...
I do. So some people call it festival hair or unicorn hair, where I actually do hair braiding with extensions, spraying colors, all things that are temporary. I'm actually a cosmetologist. That's what I was trained for.
Oh, wow.
Many years ago. So I like doing hair. And I was like, let me just add that back in. Festival hair is becoming popular again. So I've been doing a lot of these type parties. And it's for guys too. Like the little boys, they'll get a little mohawk, gel it up real good, spray it with some color.
Sure.
They like it.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Well, I've seen a couple YouTube videos and stuff like that where the kids come in and getting shaved in the mohawks. They like it for a little bit, probably, until it goes down. I know my sister, when I was younger, there used to be a product called Sun M.
Oh, yeah.
And my sister sprayed my hair with that one summer down, and I went back to school. It's brilliant white blonde hair that you could possibly ever imagine for a third grader.
Yeah.
Which promptly turned into orange cone orange.
Yes.
You know, by the middle of the fall. So it was cool while it lasted there.
Yeah.
And I also noticed that you also do foam parties.
Foam, yeah, that's something new. We bring a big foam cannon, and the foam that sprays out of it is biodegradable. You know, it's non-toxic, and it shoots 30 feet. It can fill a space about the size of this place in under 5 minutes.
And you said it's biodegradable and non-toxic, so
Yeah.
it sounds like any backyard is the place for a foam
The
party.
backyard is good. We do it on hard surface. It's fine too. Anywhere. I don't typically do them inside places. You can do it inside a place because it does just dissipate.
Sure.
But you got to clean it up a little bit after.
That's wild.
Yeah. Those are fun.
That's wild. Well,
Yeah, you could do black light parties with them and add color to the foam and it glows.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Or do you primarily work with children? I mean, obviously, I think that's probably your bread and butter.
So I would say birthday parties are probably only 50% of the business because we do a lot of corporate events. So,
Okay, what's a corporate event look like?
For example, here at PJ's, when they had their 1-year anniversary party, they had a big party, so I came in and did face painting for them. We do Chick-fil-A. You know, you go to Chick-fil-A every week, they have a family night, so the families come in,
Oh.
and then we do a lot of corporate events. So next week, we're going to we'll be performing in an airport hangar. So this ought to be interesting. And they're
Okay.
just having a company party, like a big company picnic. So there'll be myself will be down there doing balloon twisting. I have a face painter, caricature artist, and stilt walkers that are all going to be entertaining for their carnival themed party. So that's going to be fun.
That's wild. I mean,
Yeah.
So one call does it all.
One
pretty
call
much
does
for-
everything. Yeah. Yep.
And with your musical background, you can probably hook them up with a band if they
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
if they need to.
If they
as
need a
well.
band or a DJ.
Well, I imagine this also probably lends itself maybe not, but to team building too. I would think
Yeah.
that.
So most of the team building stuff, I mean, we do some of that, but that's mostly on the other side, the sister company.
Okay.
With the craft parties, we do a lot of team building events. We'll go down to Under Armour and do like a paint night for their team in the afternoons. We'll go on site for those kind of things as well.
Right. Well, and I've got to think that, you know, with everything that goes on in Anne Arundel County, I mean, all the different festivals and,
Yeah.
you know, I'm just thinking schools and PTAs and, you know, Olympic days at the end of elementary
Yeah.
schools or something, you know,
Field days and stuff. Yeah.
and different things like that is
Yep.
probably just sort of an endless list of potential clients that you have.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And I personally do the Renaissance Festival in the fall because I just like the vibe.
That's so neat. I've talked to Jules a couple times.
Yeah,
And,
so nice.
and the number of people that are guests that come year after year after year after year, and they're bringing like their grandchildren now and,
Yeah.
and everything else. But he said the number of the vendors, he says the vendors, very little turnover.
Yeah.
That they love it. They come in there and, you know, I guess it was a little before COVID was their first year when they really sort of sold out and started to really start to think about, oh, we've got way too many, you know.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, they've got it all set where, you know, you've got to pretty much buy your tickets in advance online.
Which is
and
nice.
It is. So you,
It's better than driving down and then not getting in.
oh,
What a
and,
day that would be.
well, and even for those people on 97 that are just trying to drive, period,
Yeah.
you know, with a 9-mile backup going
I
into
go
the
at
Ren
8
Fest.
a.m. I'm there at 8 a.m.
So that's cool. Where are you in the Ren Fest? Are you in the same place?
Same place right by the Boar's Head Tavern. And I got in there. I was doing some fill-ins. It's very hard to get in. And then my friend Vicky moved down to Georgia. So they were like, do you want to take her spot? I'm like, absolutely want to take her spot. I love going. It's so fun.
When you get into the face painting and the body painting and stuff like that, I mean, what's the popular thing? Is it face painting? Is it doing thing? I saw there was a picture on your website of a pregnant woman with the belly painted.
I do belly paintings and prenatal castings as well. So
Okay.
that's artwork. And if they want me to paint it, I will do that. I'll do custom jobs for that too. We do a lot of face painting. In the summertime, you do a lot of arms, shoulders, because it's hotter and they want to show it. And that's adults like that.
Right.
Yeah, if you can make it look like a tattoo down their arm,
Sure.
then they're like, oh, I'm going to get this as a tattoo. It looks so real.
Well, the tattoos are, and you said you temporary tattoos.
We do
and
temporary tattoos
Are they
too.
like airbrushed on, or are they?
We have an airbrush artist and glitter tattoo artist. So those are a little bit different.
But I mean, that's
in
not
their
like the. I mean, I
application.
think a temporary tattoo. I think of the.
Oh,
you know,
the lick and stick.
You lick it, you
Yeah.
put it on, hold it for 5 minutes, and then
Yeah.
peel it off and hope that it
Yeah.
sticks to your
I hope
arm.
that half of it doesn't come off. Yeah. No, a little bit different. They use stencils for those for the most part. So you're getting a real accurate design.
And how long do they last?
The glitter tattoos, 2 or 3 days. Sweat proof, waterproof.
Okay.
Those are good for pool parties. And then the airbrush tattoos, you can do either something that's going to wash off pretty easily that night or something that will last a few days, depending on the formula they're using.
Very cool. You can to get busy around Halloween.
So busy. Halloween is the busiest day of the year, and we have bookings right now that are through that last week of October. There are days that no one is available because you get the same people year after year, the same companies year after year that are booking you for their events, and they know to do it real early.
Right, and that's different events. I mean, do you do any like Halloween?
So Halloween itself, I take private appointments. I do 30-minute clips. And people come to me, and then
like 6 a.m. till trick-or-treating time.
And the weekend before, because a lot of people, if Halloween is on a Monday, they're going out on Friday or Saturday. So I'll take them. I mean, I had somebody come last year. They wanted it real bad. They gave me 10 p.m.
Do you go into the macabre if needed? I mean, are you able? Like, I know I've seen some of like where they put the. And I don't
some
think
prosthetics. I've done prosthetic work and special effects makeup.
But I mean, if I wanted a very scary monster face that was legitimately
scary,
kind of frightening and gross, maybe.
Yeah,
that's something you could do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That was one of my favorite things. I took a couple classes early on how to make prosthetics. And you can reuse them once you make them. And I had done one for myself. And that year I was a schoolgirl that had a pencil through the forehead.
Okay.
So I broke off pencil, made a little prosthetic. It had blood running down it. I made myself look like I was, a zombie or something. It was fun. And you can reuse them. So I've been that twice.
Oh, wow.
Same costume. It was an easy choice.
Puts the kids on edge when they come to your door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were real scared that time.
So it sounds to me like you've been an artist all your life.
I have. I always tell people, when we were kids, we had just the one TV, right? And Saturday mornings, you had like very limited times. We all played sports, but my dad would watch two shows, This Old House and Bob Ross.
Okay.
To watch PBS. And I would watch it with him because I got extra time to watch TV. And I loved it. My dad likes to paint to relax, and I just started doing it very, very young.
It just never left.
No, never.
I mean, you've talked about there's so many different types of art.
Yeah.
Where's your passion line?
Oh man, that's a toughie. I mean, literally anything. I will teach myself something. I will go to classes that other people teach. I will search the internet on how to do it, but I probably dipped my hands into everything. I mean, I did a lot of woodworking. I love woodworking too. I'm a DIYer, so I kind of do like that. And I like large scale things. I mean, the face painting is fun, but I have to go there versus staying at my studio and my wood shop and just doing it there. So it's
Makes
a little
sense.
different. Yeah.
That makes sense. Do you ever have crappy days? You rival like the ice cream stores, okay?
Yeah.
Nobody goes into an ice cream store in a horrible mood and leaves in a horrible mood.
Yeah.
And I got to think when people come to you, whether it be for Halloween to get made up or whether it's at a festival to look a little bit more fairyish or whatever it may be, or whether it's just a field day at school, I want a Spider-Man on my cheek or, or a tiger with 7 stripes, not 6.
Yeah.
It just seems like you've got to have, it's just a very happy business.
It is a happy business. The kids are always very happy. The grown-ups aren't always happy.
Grown-ups ruin everything.
Yeah, they do. I feel like the only times in the last 20 years that it's ever been a rough event is typically because it's a free to the public event. And we're done, we're there from 1 to 4 and you tell people and then they're mad.
That's tough.
We waited in line we're very thorough. You get a number, you get a ticket. The last person in line wears a neon yellow construction vest that says last in line. And we tell them, if you tell the people behind you, you get whatever you want. You can have 2 paint, all the stuff. And people they're still, upset.
Well, I guess that's understandable to a degree as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, what are some of the most memorable events that you've done? I mean, it sounds, with the amount of time that you've been in business, which is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to have done some pretty memorable, or what's maybe a favorite event that keeps recurring? I mean, it sounds like you're totally into the Ren Fest.
I love Ren Fair. I've had a contract with the Baltimore Orioles for many, many years. We do a lot of their special events. I personally do their player family events. So you get to meet the players, which is kind of nice. That's always fun because I'm a big baseball fan. So just to go to the stadium is great. I've definitely done some really cool stuff. Like when you say, do we do kids parties? We do these adult parties. Let's say there's like a big convention in DC and they want to have a nighttime event for all the attendees of their convention. We'll go in there and do it. And I'm telling you, some of they're these like dark circus themes, and there's music, and they're feeding us.
Wow.
The people that are walking around with the food stop and see us too, you know. We don't always get that. And, you know, you see these gorgeous women that are dressed in these gowns. You're like, just give me something real fancy here. I love those because you can do whatever you like. I just ask them, what's your favorite color? And then I just use my imagination, which is a lot, to me, it feels more creative than painting Spider-Man.
So, it's fair to sit there and say you'd rather be set free to run free than opposed to, I'd like a number 7.
Yeah. And I don't use a menu board for a lot of private events. And that people say, well, what do you paint? I said, whatever your imagination tells me. You know, so if they can't decide something, I'll give them a few suggestions, or I'll just say, well, what's your favorite color? And then go from there. And they're always surprised pleasantly.
Well, yeah, it makes sense too. With the kids will be like, I want the number 4 Happy Meal.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
I mean, whereas an adult goes into a restaurant and says, well, I want the burger medium rare. I want it with onions and whatever it may be. So that makes sense.
But, you know, kids have great imaginations. So you got to remember that too. They'll say, wow, I was thinking that I would have a cat, but it would also be a unicorn. I'll do it. You know, a unikitty.
Well, that's the neat thing when you are allowed to run free.
Yeah.
What you're getting on your arm or your belly or your face or wherever you're painting is one of a kind. It's a one-off, never to be replaced piece of temporary art, albeit.
Yeah, and even if it is a unicorn, everyone's face is shaped differently. You know, some kids may have bangs, so you're not getting it up here, you're getting it down here. So even though I painted 4 unicorns in a row, they're a different color. I put on the other side. One might have glitter, one doesn't have so much glitter. Like, it's not always the same.
Your events are focused on art. And I mean, that's sort of the aspect of the event that you handle.
Yes.
The art and the entertainment. Have you thought about getting into just more general event planning? I mean, it seems like you would be, I mean, you sound like you're very organized, you're very deep, you know, and to get into other.
I mean, I do a lot of it now because I'm booking other artists. So I am an agent for other artists. Okay. So if you called me and you said you wanted, 4 face painters, 3 balloon twisters, and you need a moon bounce, I will organize all of that for you. Oh. So I am already doing that now versus where I started where it was only me. So I do definitely that. I know someone who does everything because I've been doing events for so long.
Well, sure. You've got the Rolodex, which...
Yeah, it's all in there.
You know, for the kids that are listening to this, a Rolodex is that thing that used to keep phone numbers in. We call them... I guess so.
Now you just scroll it in your phone, right?
Now you scroll on the phone or maybe speak into it and it calls who you want.
And it's funny because now everyone that I know is like, hey, do you know somebody who has like a pizza truck? I'm like, do I? Of course I do.
Well, yeah.
I met them at such and such event,
Yeah, depending on the size, it doesn't matter. I mean, you meet somebody at every event.
Yeah.
It seems that.
Yeah, and I loved it. Most of us who are in the behind the scenes, we're there so early to the event. We all meet each other. We talk to each other. We'll show up and be like, oh, you're here? I didn't know you were going to be here today. This is going to be a great day. Because we work solo so often that when you go and there's another entertainer, it's like you just see each other from across the room. You're like, oh, someone else.
Is ballooning hard?
No, I don't find it to be that hard. No.
Yeah, I just never can imagine the animals. I mean, I see these balloon twisters work.
Yeah.
And it's like a moth to a light.
Yeah.
With me, I'm like, I'm not leaving until I find out what this is going to turn into.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I can't quite ever figure it out.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that video where the guy paints like an American flag with a soldier doing it, but he did it upside down with like spray paint?
Oh, yeah. I've seen this guy.
And you have no idea what he's doing. It's like you're looking at it sort of cockeyed going, what is this? And all of a sudden he spins it around. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's what balloon twisting is to me. I sit there and I look, I'm absolutely fascinated.
I know it seems, well, when I started, it wasn't easy. I'll tell you that. There's a lot of little nuance at how much air to put in the balloon, how it started to feel a little tight, how long the neck should be. Everything's got a face, a neck, legs, a body, and more legs, and maybe a tail. Just got to make sure that proportion is right. You don't want a dog with a giraffe neck. That'd be crazy. I mean, maybe you do. I don't know.
That's true. But then next thing you know, you'll be painting it because some kid says, I want a dog, but he needs to have a giraffe neck.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just like that kid's balloon over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, there's so many different aspects that you can use. I mean, we talked a lot about it. I mean, I'm just thinking, if you're a corporation and you just want to have some fun for employees. I mean, it sounds like it's a great let off some steam. Okay. I'm thinking of an accounting firm or something like this. And come April 16th, taxes are filed for the most part. It's like, let's blow off some steam and be a kid for a day.
Oh, yeah. I did this engineering company, and you would think
with
like
the potential of being very boring.
Yeah. Man, they were a good time. It was all adults because they were like, oh, it's like a company picnic. So most of the time, company picnics, you invite your spouses and stuff, not them. It's just them. It was all adults. I painted everyone. They're like, man, can you make me like a werewolf? I'm going to go and scare my kids. I'm like, what a day this is. This is great.
Do you get adult requests?
What do you mean? Like adult only
like
party?
the adult with the quote marks there, like you've seen like body painting, erotic body painting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, is that? I mean, no, that's not
like, we call it blue requests. It's blue.
Blue, okay.
Yeah.
It was like the
yes. Can I give an example?
No. Well, sure.
Okay.
Go on. Yeah.
I don't know if you want to cut it out. Well, we did a festival many years ago called the Shamrock Festival.
Okay.
And one of our designs, because people would dare each other or they'll pay for each other, was the Shamcock. So we did that.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a blue request. Yeah. We definitely do those.
Okay.
Especially with balloons. They really want that. Like, I do make a little balloon that looks like a lady of the night on a pole.
Yeah.
And when you attach the balloons to it, you can pull it and it actually spins.
Oh.
If you can imagine pulling it up and then the balloon
and the balloon spins around the pole. That's cool.
Forth. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, I know Annapolis used to have, and I wish they would bring it back because it was it was called a fringe festival, which is very similar to, they've got them over in Scotland and Ireland has.
Yeah.
And they couldn't figure a way to monetize it and charge people because it was sort of go to spot on the street, and it was hard to control the crowd. But I just remember it was they did have a body painter. They had a woman in a window somewhere that was naked, and or mostly naked. And
I've been that naked person in the window. My friend Crystalline painted me.
And there's somebody in there. They're painting them.
Yeah.
It was very neat. I mean, it wasn't all necessarily adult material.
Yeah.
I mean, they had Fear Factor when it was a thing on TV for kids.
Yeah.
And they were eating like, worms and dirt and, gross things. They had some stuff for some grown-ups too. Yeah. But it was really kind of a neat thing. So that's interesting. So, I mean, if you have a, some sort of a party that lends itself to an adult theme, that's something that you could do as well. But I mean, it's not...
we do get hired for things like that. Nightclubs, private clubs, and sometimes museums and things, they want live art to happen. So we will do live body painting. And, you might have one artist over here and they're painting on a canvas. You might have one over here that's making a sculpture, and you have me over there and I'm doing a body painting.
Fantastic. What would you be doing if you didn't get the artistic bug that bit you when you were a kid?
I'd be running my dad's company. Yeah, I would probably be doing that.
Okay.
Or maybe I would still be doing hair. I don't know. I mean, I did hair for a little while, and then I was in the corporate world, and I was in the position that I had taken. It's a worldwide company. I was, in my early 20s, and everyone else who was in that position was in their 40s at least. So I was very young, but I always put everything into everything that I do. So maybe I would still be in that corporate world, you know, maybe.
Do you miss it?
Man, I don't miss getting up that early. I'll tell you that.
I jokingly say, working for myself. I mean, I love the hours because I make them what they are.
Yeah.
I would kill for a solid paycheck every single week.
Yeah.
Or every other week.
Yeah.
I would kill.
You never know.
I would kill for benefits.
Oh yeah.
It would be nice to go to the post office and not have to pray to the mail gods for.
Yeah.
But it's but owning your own business is just it takes a different breed, and it's it's wonderful when you're able to sit down here and talk with somebody that's been around for doing this for as many years as you have, Jen. I mean, it's no small feat.
Yeah, it's real stressful sometimes, I'll tell you that. Getting through COVID was probably the most stressful time ever.
What do you get? Paintbrushes with really long sticks?
We were legally not allowed to work because they classified us in the same category as hairdressers and estheticians.
Okay.
And that all goes along with our insurance because we have to be insured to do this. So that's when my woodworking business really amped up because I had to do something, pay the bills. We just couldn't work. I was lucky enough to do balloons, so we could do balloons because you can make it, put it on the table and
have them pick it up.
Yeah.
I've got to imagine that really kind of put a whammy on you instantly.
It definitely did. It was just over a year before I did my first event.
Wow.
So, and just staying home when you're, I'm always on the go, I'm always somewhere. And just to be home was weird to me.
Yeah.
I did a lot of housework. I'll tell you that, man. Built a fence. Like I didn't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, it's funny. I should have thought to ask you this earlier, but I mean, you said you're always home. What areas do you serve? I mean, you've talked that you work with the Orioles.
Yep. So, Maryland, DC, Northern Virginia, Delaware, Southern Pennsylvania, and maybe a little bit into West Virginia. We'll go a little bit.
Okay, so you've got a pretty large area that you go to.
Yeah.
If somebody is looking to book this thing, roughly what is the lead time? Do you know? I mean, it sounds like you're awfully busy. I mean, obviously, as soon as you know you're having it.
Yeah, it depends on the time of year. Like if you called in January, which is
I'll be there in 20 minutes.
Very slow. Yeah, I'm on the way. But if you're looking September through November, or that April through June, 6 weeks. Don't 6 weeks, because people think 6 weeks away, but for us it's almost like 6 days because it's only 6 Saturdays.
Sure.
So I'm like, that's less than a week away. That's how our times feel.
Right.
But sometimes you get lucky.
True.
And everyone wants that same thing. Saturday from 12 to 2. Every party, Saturday from 12 to 2. I'm like, do you want to do a morning party? Do you want to do one in the evening when it cools down? We're available. Nope.
12 to 2.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, if I never need to get balloons and face painting, I'm going to call, and I'm not going to go from 12 to 2.
Exactly. Or maybe go for a Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, anybody corporate, if you work with a neighborhood, it'd be a fun neighborhood party, a neighborhood block party.
Yeah.
It'd be a fun field day at school. It could be, any number of things, whether it be balloons or face painting or any of the other things. The foam party sounds really kind of cool.
Yeah.
You want to check out Designs By Jenn, facepainting.com, and that's 2 N's in there.
Yep.
And thank you so much for your time. And again, congratulations. I mean, to be around for so long, and I mean, it's a real niche business. I mean, it's not.
It is.
That's just absolutely fabulous. I love that it's a fun business, and it's nobody leaves you with a frown.
Yeah, I agree. I'll tell you my favorite part before we go. My absolute favorite part of any job that I ever do is the moment where I turn the mirror around and let the kids see what they look like, and they're so happy. I mean, it's literally the best part.
Thanks for listening to this week's Local Business Spotlight. Please make sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net for all your local news, events, and opinion. And in case you haven't already, please subscribe to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, where we bring you all the day's local news direct to your phone, tablet, or computer in about 10 minutes. It comes to you at 6 a.m. every Monday through Friday, and you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.